Hey everyone, and welcome back to #Sister Night, where usually my sister and I relax, unwind, have a drink, and talk about topics some may be too afraid to say out loud, but are thinking. But today, unfortunately, guys, I am by myself because my sister is not feeling very well. No, she's not sick. She's just going through some things, so we're gonna let her rest and get her thoughts together, and she will be back next week. But you guys just have me, which is so awkward, right? Like, I don't know. Do people podcast by themselves? Because I film videos by myself, but like I miss like my freaking sounding board. But she'll be back next week, so it's fine. It's fine. Your girl's gonna hold it down because this right here should show you guys loyalty right here. Like, I love y'all. I'm not gonna leave y'all without a video, period. So we're just gonna go ahead and wing it today. Before we do get started, of course, you guys know I always let you guys know our drink of choice. Well, I'll say my drink of choice, since it's just me today. I'm gonna have my handy dandy beer because I deserve it. Still doing keto, doing really good on that. I've been doing so good on, let me stop mumbling. Let me just stick to one thing before I just jump to another thing. So I'm gonna drink a beer. Let me open that really quick. A little ASMR moment. Oh yeah, it's nice with my beer salt because, honey, and it's, stop freaking, I'm sorry, I just keep freaking going on different topics before I even finish this one. But yeah, that's what we're drinking today. Hold on, why does my screen keep going black? I know my sister said to take off the, what is it called, battery saver, and then it won't do that. But yeah, okay, so let's just go ahead and jump into this week's update. How did my week go this week? Let's think about that. I feel like I've been actually super in a better mindset than I was last week. Even on the sip and pain, I don't know if you guys could tell, I was just kind of like, because I've just been going through depression because I miss my family, I miss home, and then I don't know, I just ain't been feeling like myself. But I am learning to just take everything one day at a time because that's all you can do, and you cannot fix something that you can't control. So that's what I'm trying to learn. So this week has been a better week. I have been getting dressed more, doing my makeup more. That's also a fun fact. That's a thing that you guys should do. Always do your makeup, ladies. Get dressed for the day. Not even just do your makeup, but like get ready for the day, spruce yourself up, and get out of the house, even if it's just going to the store, girl. Because me, I don't even like the term stay-at-home mom, but technically that is what I am. But like, I go to school on top of do social media, well, trying to do social media, because who am I, girl? You ain't no star, don't nobody care about you. But aspire to do social media, and not even just for the money, because I know my necklace is all tangled. I tell people all the time, like when they ask me, like, who really is asking me anything, right? But no, honestly, some people have asked me, you know, how do you keep the confidence or gain the confidence to do social media, which honestly, sorry, I just breathed really hard in the mic. I'm sorry for anyone that had to hear that. It takes confidence in the sense of like, you just have to not be afraid to get hate, because you're not always going to get hate. Don't get me wrong. There's people that will support you, but you will get hate just like from around a stranger, and you don't even know them. You didn't even do anything to them. Like, girl, I'm just trying to film myself and have a good time. Like, I thought we was here to play. What's that TikTok? I thought we was here to play. Like, y'all really coming for me because I want to sit in front of a camera and talk about something that I care about, but then you say you don't care about it. So just be prepared for the hate and kind of don't feed into it either. Ooh, I just saw the angel number 333. Fun fact, y'all, I keep seeing angel number signs 333, 222, 555. And yes, I believe in horoscopes and all that shit. And yeah, anyways, where was I going with that? See, this is why I need my sounding board over here, my sister, because she would literally put me right back on track. But anyways, my week, that's where I was going with that. My week has been good. I'm keeping my mental state better. I'm trying to do more interacting on Instagram, because if you know me, I am like a Snapchat girl. So I'm really trying to get better with that, because a lot of people like Instagram better than Snapchat. And I don't know why. Maybe it's because I never actually took the time to like dive into Instagram stories, but I mean, they have some really good filters, I will say that much. So I'm trying to get better, interact more, update you guys more on my day there, and also on Snapchat, and also on Facebook. But my Facebook is kind of like more private, like I kind of just keep that for like close family and friends. But yeah, Instagram, Snapchat, you guys can always follow me on there, and I'm always updating. So there's that. Also, guys, I freaking saw that Jersey Shore was in my hometown, El Paso. If you don't know what it is, it's El Paso, Texas. They were in my hometown yesterday and the day before that, filming Pauly D's show. Well, filming for their show, Jersey Shore, which everybody knows Jersey Shore is, at least I would hope. But they were in my freaking hometown at an East Side bar, and I was like, bro, not even, you know what? I don't even care. Fangirl. I love them. I've watched them since like the very beginning. But I'm just like, bro, how fun would that have been to like literally party with Snooki? Like, come on now. And I mean, they weren't like promoted to be at that bar. Of course, when, you know, someone has a show and you're like, oh, let's see what the city has to offer. Let's go to the bar. I think that's kind of how it happened. Don't quote me. I'm like talking like, yeah, I know exactly what happened because they're my friends. But no, I'm just saying, if we would have, man, and you know what it is? Me and my sister are more prone to go into low-key bars. So I feel like we would have ran into them like not knowing that they were going to be there, if that makes sense. Because I don't like to go to super packed bars. If you do, no shade, no tea. I just don't like that. I like a hole in the wall kind of bar. I just feel like it's more fun. I have more fun that way. But yeah, I just feel like we probably would have ran into them and whatnot. So, but I just thought that was cool. Like, a lot of people, I think Kevin Hart had just came the previous week. I need to stop saying the previous week, my parents and my grandma went to that, and they had a really good time. And he was just like, you guys got to stop sleeping on El Paso. Every time I come to El Paso, they sell me out 6 years in a row, and they sell me out. I'm like, thank you. Because a lot of people, when you talk to them about, maybe not now, I think El Paso's kind of like known, but back then, when you'd be like, yeah, I'm from El Paso, or stars would be like, what the hell is in El Paso? Like, come here and find out, because we will sell you out. We're like, El Paso's where it's at. It really is. It's a lit community in some cases. But yeah, I just thought that was super cool. I was like, bro, can you imagine, like, and I was telling my husband, I was like, man, wouldn't that, I was telling my sister, I was like, one day if I like ever hit the lottery, like, can you just like hire a TV crew to film you, and then like they can just go pitch it to like MTV or here and hope it picks it up? Because our life, when I tell y'all, the dramas, the goodness, the vibes, I feel like people would be interested in watching that. People are probably gonna be like, bitch, anybody would say that about their family. But like, no, for real, low-key, I really do feel like we be a little lit or whatever. But yeah, so that's kind of how my week has gone. It's been a really, really good one, which I'm glad. I'm trying to keep a better mindset going on. Moving on to the topic of the podcast, which is online. Stop saying Janae. Jesus. Oh God. The topic of the podcast, which is online dating, how to do it safely. Is there a way to do it safely? You know, we haven't really talked about that topic because I don't online date. Well, technically I did. Is that online dating if I met my husband online and then we met in person? I don't know. You guys let me know. But regardless, I was watching this movie on Hulu, which you guys need to check out. It's such a good movie. It was called Fresh. I kind of don't want to give away like the whole thing, because then why would you guys go watch it if I'm giving you the whole update here? But basically, this girl was like super into like online dating, and then, you know, she runs into someone in the grocery store, and then some crazy shit happens. They end up really liking each other, and then some shit pops off and ends in more crazy shit popping off, because I don't want to ruin it for you guys. But just basically, it's just a gist of like meeting somebody online and then meeting them in person also. Like, I can't explain it. You guys just need to watch it. But just know, like, she ends up meeting somebody, and then she ends up falling for him super, super quick. And then they, you know, end up messing around super, super fast. And then, you know, going on a trip together super fast. And then she never comes back. And then it's just like, that's the most that I'm going to give to you. And it just, like, makes me think, like, this world that we live in today is so online-ish, like technology and all that stuff. So it's like, how do you online date safely? Because the example that there's plenty of examples out there, a ton, but the one that I want to touch on is the Lauren Smith Fields case, which still has not been solved yet. Of course, they're doing a lot more now, diving into it, which I do want to do a whole podcast or story time on that. You guys let me know if you'd rather want it to be a podcast, like me talking to you like this, or do you want me to actually just sit down and give like the whole gist and do, you know, just do it without mics and just sit in front of the camera? Let me know down below. But yes, Lauren Smith Fields was a 23-year-old aspiring model and YouTuber. She was found dead in her apartment after a date with a man she met on the dating app Bumble on December 12th, 2021. So, you know, it's still going on. They're still trying to look into that. But basically, they found her, well, he found her unconscious with blood coming out of her nose or mouth, I believe, and called the police. And the police basically were like, he seemed like a nice man. We didn't question him. We let him leave. He was a good person for calling us. And her family was like, nah, bro. Wait a minute. Lauren never did drugs. She hardly really drank like that. And we know that she was on a date with this man before. We knew she was going to go on a date with this man, and then now this happens. Like, that doesn't sound like my sister, my daughter, etc. And basically the police just dropped the ball on the whole thing. They didn't collect evidence. They didn't like anything. And just, I say all that to say, is how do you go about online dating safely? Because when is it the right time to meet the person in person? Like, how long do you talk to someone before you're like, okay, I feel comfortable enough to go on a date in person? One thing I will say is make sure that you guys go to a public place. But then still, like, I just want to tell you guys, like, the whole gist of this movie, because then I'll give it away. But it's just like, okay, here's what I will say. You don't know someone really, right? So it's like, you could be like, well, I talked to this person for 4 weeks before I met him in person. I talked to this person for 6 months, for a year. Can't they be putting on a front the whole time? Like, they could be. So how do you know when is the right time to meet a person who's faking not being crazy, but then they end up being crazy? So, you know, like, I don't know. It just drives me nuts. Like, some people are really good at putting on a facade, period. So the movie is basically that. Like, what I will say without ruining it, he's saying he's one person, but he's really another. But she felt like she really got to know him. Like, she told him stuff about her life. He told him stuff about her life. Like, they connected. And you're crazy. So go watch that movie. It's on Hulu. It's called Fresh. It's so good. It's with the guy that plays, what is he play? He plays Tommy Lee and Pam and Tommy. He's such a good actor, by the way, too. So yeah, make sure you guys just go ahead and check that out. Let me know what you think, because yeah, online dating these days, the Bumbles, the Tinders, it's like a freaking horror story. Like, it's just so crazy. Like, and then my kids are growing up in a freaking time where that's going to be the norm, is technology and meeting people online, which sucks because that's so scary. You don't really know who someone is. You don't know if they're crazy, if they're who they say they are or not. So yeah, y'all let me know in the comments down below, like, when is the right time to meet someone in person, because they could just be faking it. You could be talking to them for a whole year and then you meet them and then some crazy shit happens. But I definitely want to get Lauren Smithfield's name out there, because we got to get this case solved, guys, because her being an African-American female, the man in question, because we don't, as far as I know, they haven't named him a suspect. I will definitely get the updates and facts on that. Was a white man. And just everyone, as a woman, even as a man, just be safe online dating, and especially my women of color, be very cautious dating online too, just because, and people can come for me all they want, but it's police response to people of color in any sense, not just African Americans, anyone of color can be a little less responsive to others. But everyone needs to be safe out there, especially on just online dating is so scary. Like, I just could not imagine being like, hey, and then going to meet that person in person this day and age. Because lucky for me, my husband reached out to me, a little story time, lighten the mood a little bit. My husband reached out to me on Facebook, and then I was like, who the hell is this guy? Like, I think I told you guys a story before, and I was just like, and my sister's like, who wrote you? I was like, some guy named blah, blah, blah. And she was just like, that name sounds familiar. And she's like, and fun fact, we were already late for the club. So I was like, damn, I mean, I'll pay the little funky $10, but I don't want to. And so she's like, oh, I know him. That's my friend from middle school and high school. That's so-and-so. Hit him back. Like, we was being a little shiesty. It was like, let's just get in the club for free. We know he can get us in because we know someone. So we did. But then lo and behold, we get there and actually had to talk to him, because I was like, bro, I had to talk to my sister. You know what I'm saying? Just, you have to be nice. He got us in for free. Not do nothing, because ladies, you ain't never obligated or owe nobody nothing for getting you in free for doing this and this and that. But I was like, let me just be nice and at least give him a little conversation, see what he's about. And boom, I ended up falling for him. And we've been together ever since, going on 10 years together, going on 8 years married. So that'll tell you something. But back in the day, that was like okay to do. Like, I just feel like now I would have so much anxiety if like me and my husband end up not together, knock on wood. I don't think I could ever date again. I really don't. And I know a lot of people are like, everybody says that, but I'm like, no, I have such anxiety. I'd be like, I know. And then I have kids on top of that. I feel like it would be different if I was single. But like, I have my kids. Like, you can't meet my kids. Like, no, honey. That's just crazy to me. It's crazy. But on another note, we are getting out the house more here, which I told you guys, if you have anxiety, get your ass out the house, trust me, because that's going to help you. So we have plans. We're doing wrestling next weekend, hockey games. Like, I'm just trying to make the best life out here, because honestly, there's nothing I can control about it right now. My husband's stationed here. We're not going anywhere for a couple years, so I need to make the most out of it instead of sitting here and just being miserable, like, I hate my life, I hate being here. But it's like, I can sit here and just be like, I hate it here, but I'm stuck here for the next however many years we're going to be here, so let me make the most of it. And then, you know, maybe once I start letting down my guard and accepting where I'm at, then good things will come. So when you're negative, God is like, nope, she ain't ready. She's not ready to get the blessing. So now I'm like, no, Janae, just relax. And then now good things are starting to come. So that's good for me. But I'm like, yeah, this is so crazy. Like, I feel like I'm talking to myself, which should be normal because I always do YouTube and talk to myself. But like, having a podcast and not having my co-host with me is just weird. But she will be back next week, like I said, guys. But I mean, I don't know, what else can we freaking talk about? I'm like, you're like, yeah, like, we can tell you. But give me suggestions down in the comments, guys, because we're always looking for topics that you guys want to talk about, that you guys want to hear us talk about. Leave those down below and let me know what you guys want to hear about, because low-key, you guys are my friends, because I don't have no real friends in real life, which is so sad to say. No, it's not. It's not, actually. Let me stop downgrading and putting myself down for not having any friends, because to me, I'm like, God's not giving me real ones besides y'all, of course, because y'all my ride or dies, like real in-person ones, because he's like, no, they can't handle your vibe, or maybe I can't handle their vibe. I don't know, but y'all my ride or dies. Y'all are my peoples, and you guys are all I need, okay? So let me know some suggestions down below on what you guys want to see, what you guys want us to talk about. And oh, there's a UFC. See, my brain, maybe I need to go get checked out for that. My brain just jumps, like, it scatters. Like, in my head, I hear, like, let me just stop before people like, bitch, that's schizophrenia. You have people talking to you, 50 million people. But UFC fights tonight, which is why I am having my handy dandy beer. I am going for Masvidal, but then I don't know. No, he's not. No. Stop switching it up. That's who I'm going for. So y'all make sure you guys watch that tonight. I really wish that me and my husband can go to the bar, but unfortunately, you know, like, I don't trust nobody with my kids, so I'm not getting a babysitter out here. If we were home, obviously my parents would keep an eye, or my grandma, but we're not home, so we're just gonna go into the man cave and watch it there. But at the end of the day, y'all know me, I'm a firm, I would rather be around my kids than not, even if it's getting a date night for 2 hours. But I need to work on that too. I have to let my car. But yeah, I don't trust anyone with my kids. So the fact that we don't have anybody out here, we're just like, we got to make do, put the kids to bed, and then that's our date night. But I don't mind that. I'm not materialistic at all. Like, I'm like, I don't need 50 million fancy dinners, which once in a while, yes, I'm not hating on that. But I'm just saying, I can make do with my husband just, you want to put the kids to bed and drink a beer with me and watch some TV, watch a movie, watch the fight night while the kids go to bed? I'm like, do you want to have sex right now? Because we can have sex right now. Do you want to make a baby with me? Because we can't. No, I'm just kidding. I'm really not. But yeah, that's just like my vibe. Like, I love you. I love quality time. It's just, so quality time in any sense is bomb to me. So that's what we're going to do tonight. What are you guys doing, besties? What are you guys doing tonight? Let me know. It's Saturday. Girl, it's Friday night. We ain't kicking in a while on no Friday night except Saturday night. But yeah, what are you guys doing? You guys want to hang out? Because I don't have any friends. I am just literally rambling at this point because I miss my sister. I miss her. She needs to come back and get her thoughts together. But see, that's another thing too, which I'm proud of her for. If your mental state is not good and you just need a minute, take that minute. Don't force yourself to do stuff, because people will be able to see if you're not in your right state of mind or not in a good mood. So yeah, that's just like my only advice. I was like, girl, take a freaking business day, take a personal day. You work so much and then you come home on the weekends and then we work on our podcast. Like, do you ever get a break for yourself, girl? You need a rest. Take a break, take a mental health day, which is totally fine to do. And I got this. I will hold down the fort for this podcast today. And that's what I'm doing. But I really need her to hurry up and get back to me, because yeah, it's not awkward, but it's awkward because you guys are used to seeing both of us and I'm used to having her here. So I don't know, y'all. I don't know, but I held down the fort today. That's all that matters. I think I'm gonna go ahead and end it a little bit early, just because you guys are probably like, girl, we miss your sister. You guys, it's just not the same with just one of you, but I tried, y'all, so give me a little bit of credit. Make sure you guys like this video, give this video a huge thumbs up. Also turn on your post notifications so you're notified when I post a video first. And I'm sorry, and because my sister will be back next week, we'll see you guys in the next episode.